Party Chair, thank you so much for your successful leadership. We are very grateful. Today is a very dark and very devastating day for every woman in this country. It's a day that we've been dreading, but it's a day that we knew was coming. The court's decision demolishes more than 50 years of settled law ensuring women's reproductive freedom and right to privacy. This decision is cruel and unconscionable because it will send doctors to jail for providing life-saving care, and it will turn women into felons. It's cruel and unconscionable because it targets poor women, indigenous women, and women of color. This ruling is cruel and unconscionable because it doesn't mean that women will no longer receive abortions. It just means that many women will no longer have access to safe abortions. It's just outrageous and wrong, and it's sexist, racist, misogynistic, and homophobic. Governor Lamont and I are here to say, with our partners in our state legislature and with our partners in the halls of the U.S. Senate and the United States Congress, that we will be champions of women's reproductive rights. We will champion reproductive freedom, and you can trust us to deliver on that, because my advocacy goes back to the early 1990s when, during my tenure in the legislature, I continuously voted against attacks on our Roe versus Wade law, which is enshrined in our state statutes. And a month ago, not far from here, Governor Lamont signed into law the Reproductive Freedom Act that protects doctors that provide critical medical care, even to women who come from states where that care is illegal, and that law expands access to reproductive care for women, not just in Connecticut, but across our country. Governor Lamont and I want you to know that Connecticut is and will remain a safe harbor. But as we know, our rights are fragile and must be protected at every turn. And so we say today that we are the team that can be trusted to protect the rights of women in Connecticut, because the difference couldn't be more clear between our team and the other team. Bob Stefanowski has said, well, Connecticut already has a Roe versus Wade law. But what he hasn't said is that he will stand up and defend against any attack of our Roe versus Wade law. And all the legislators behind me will tell you that every legislative session, there are attacks and attempts to cut back on our Roe versus Wade law. So let's be extremely clear that ours is the team that says we will stand up and protect our state Roe versus Wade law against any attack. At the same time, Bob Stefanowski is saying that we should cut back on our law, that we should diminish its efficacy. So to the women of our country that are distraught and despairing, come to Connecticut. We will provide the critical health care that you need. And to the voters of Connecticut, it is extremely important that everyone go to the polls knowing which candidates you can trust to protect our essential reproductive and constitutional rights.